first tune that I wrote, I was about 15, and it was Waltz, and that was called Waltz from Mom. It was a Mother's Day gift, and I had found out at a rather young age that I had a love for composition. So after that, I just kept trying to go down that path, composing. Okay, so for my writing, there wasn't too much of an influence. I wasn't aware, at least when I first started writing, I wasn't aware of Charles Mingus, Gil Evans, George Handy. I wasn't aware of composers and arrangers at that time. I was still trying to get my feet wet and understanding how to play the trumpet. But now playing influences would be Chet Baker, Miles Davis, Kenny Dorham, Blue Mitchell, Fats Navarro. Who else? The list goes on. I got a couple saxophone players in there too. Dexter Gordon, Hank Mobley, Charlie Parker, of course, and the list goes on from there. So I have, and as a part of the Philly Real book, I have one composition that's in there, and yes, we will be playing it this evening, as well as a tune that I wrote when I was 17 years old. And part of the reason why I bought the other original composition, and before I explain that, the composition that's in the real book is called Zone 6, so that's going to happen tonight. And the composition that I wrote as a 17-year-old is called The Waltz Nebulous. And that was a tune that I got a lot of coaching on from Phil Woods and Jesse Green. As a matter of fact, I remember sitting in Phil Woods' composing studio, playing it for him, and him like ripping me to shreds at first. But you know how the piano parts were, how the piano music was written. And after he kind of chewed me up and spit me out, he walks up to me and he says, "But it's a nice tune." So after I worked on it, and I brought it back to him, and then he gave me the thumbs up. So I'm going to play that on piano by myself this evening. Well, my first suggestion for people that are going to play my tune that's in the Philly Real book is make sure you read the directions. It's pretty straight ahead, as in direction-wise, like it pretty much plays itself. And just be open to wherever it goes. And it should go somewhere. It shouldn't just be, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, then we're off to the races. If you have a particular instrumentation, explore how that instrumentation will have an effect on the tune, because you may not play it as quickly, or you may play it faster. It all depends. So just be open-minded and follow the directions on the tune.
So who are the musicians you're playing with tonight, and why did you choose them?
Okay, so the musicians that I'm playing with this evening are Mike Frank and Chris Coyle. We originally had Jeremy Sowers on this evening, but he had a family emergency and had to pull out at the last minute. And so because of the material being all original, I decided not to get another drummer, just because that wouldn't be fair to the drummer and the other musicians, and just the music itself, because they wouldn't have any time to listen to it and play it, play through it. Myself, Chris Coyle, and Jeremy Sowers, we existed as a unit for about 4 years at World Cafe Live, where we had a every Monday jam session that we ran, and that was a lot of fun. So instead of disbanding that unit, and we had some chemistry already, so we decided just to stay together and keep looking for work whenever we could find it, and whenever we could do it together here. Now I asked Mike Frank as well to do this because he was a professor of mine when I was at Temple as a student, and he was also my piano teacher. And some of the way that I compose is a direct influence from him. So a lot of the tunes this evening The forms are a little strange. There's an extra bar here or there, but it doesn't sound like it's there. That's the trick. And so Mike had a huge hand in that, and also helping me develop as a pianist. So that's why I'm playing with these gentlemen this evening. Living in Philly has influenced me as a musician in the following ways. One, I had the opportunity to learn the amazing musical history that we have here in Philadelphia. And I say that to say this. Prior to moving to Philly, I had no idea of the rich musical history here. And then someone had asked me, when are you going to start playing some of our music? As in, like, Black American music. And like, well, I already play jazz. So I don't understand the content of the question, but when I got here to Philly, I found the R&B scene, and that was amazing. And so that has influenced my writing. I started playing swing dances. Whoa! I played a rent party here one time. Just all this amazing stuff started happening when I came to Philly. Just be open-minded and enjoy it for what it is and not for what you want it to be. That's all I can really say about my music. And I hope that you all enjoy it when you hear it. And if not, that's okay too. It happens. But I hope you all enjoy it. So, thank you.